Hey, what's up, King? So I wanted to talk today about men who go overseas for women. I preach on about this a lot, but I wanted to make sure that there's some clear understanding about what you need to do as a man to self-improve before you actually go through this. And yeah, let's listen in, and I'll give my commentary.
Thai massage girl that's going to drop some red pill truths on your ass. We got a lot of boys that are going overseas, a lot of dudes looking like Cubicle Carls, Soy Boy Sams with that bug sandwich energy. Let's get into it.
So I've got some pictures here for you. Okay, so this is Bill, and I just found Bill on Google. So Bill's not anyone I know.
It's not nice. Maybe he watched your video and
Well,
my God, what's the picture on this video? My
I hope not. So Bill's 72, right? He's 72.
72-year-old
Yeah. Bill's,
grandfather.
yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Bill likes to go to Pattaya.
But I live in Hua Hin.
Yeah, that's okay. But Bill's got $20 million.
Dollar? Not Thai baht.
No, $20 million.
Uh-huh.
But Bill wants to get married to you. Would you marry
How much are you going to give to me?
Well, but you got to look after Bill first before you...
I want the old school pensioners to understand, man, you taking that Western salary, $20 million, we're just making fun of an outrageous number. But her first question, how much she's going to pay me?
All right, yeah. So a lot of respect to Bo. I'm glad he did this. He runs the Legion of Men channel. Great guy. I wish I had kind of his flair, his smoothness, and the way he does his commentary. He makes a great point about, don't be the Cubicle Carl, Soy Boy Sam, whatever he calls it, and get taken advantage of by a young woman. But I'm going to say something real quick, that the example that they're showing right now is basically the straw man example. They're showing the old man looks well below average in looks. His body composition is likely very bad. He doesn't work out. He just kind of is a lazy person, for lack of a better word. And he's going to go overseas and try to link up with this, lovely Thai girl. It's just not going to work out. And Bo kind of goes into this, why it's not going to work out. And it's for obvious reasons. He's not an attractive guy. And just because you have a blue book doesn't mean that you're going to get the, that highly attractive woman. You have to have something going for you. But let's listen in. I'll give a little bit more input on this.
Paying attention, because I've got a couple of messages from dudes talking about going overseas and finding the love of their life, looking like this dude right here.
Find that out.
No, cannot then.
Would you marry...
What mean, like, he going to give me money first? Or give me money after I look after him? Like, contact 1 year, 2 year, 3 years?
Well, maybe you get your money when he die.
No, I'm not going to be with him then.
Okay. Would you go on a date with Bill?
No.
Very straight up. So yeah, there's two problems here. Like I said, one of them, they're showing like kind of the straw man version. They're showing the really unattractive dude, really out of shape, really old, really kind of dorky looking. He probably smells too. He probably has bad hygiene. So he's got everything going against him, right? So they give this fictitious example. He has $20 million, and everything's out in the extreme. So the example is a bad example. I think it's just there for entertainment purposes. A lot of these YouTube channels just do shit like this for entertainment, right? Would you go out with this guy who's ugly as hell, and but he's got a lot of money? He's ugly as hell. He smells. He looks awful. His body, he's a fat ass, and he's got nothing going for him other than his money. Of course not. Of course you're not going to go for it. That's one thing. Second thing, this is very important to realize. Where are they going? They're going to Thailand. Thailand is not like, when you look at the different regions of the world, and I discussed this in another video about cultural differences in different parts of the world. Thailand is more Buddhist-centric and also has a lot of women who are atheist and agnostic. They're not going to have the same nurturing principles and more traditional values that you're going to find in, say, Peru, or in even Ukraine, where there's like a Coptic Orthodox environment. These women, they're not, they don't believe in God. They don't really have some kind of religious foundation that and as such, there's going to be more tendency for them to be opportunistic about how they, and transactional about how they look at relationships. So, but the religion's not going to save this guy. I mean, this guy is just too low quality from the aesthetic standpoint, and he looks, when you have that level of fail in your face and body and hygiene, women, it's not just that you're unattractive, it's that women see you as being lazy and being unkept. And also, a lot of people who are this ugly and old and everything, a lot of them are not really that wealthy. I mean, wealthy people generally take pretty good care of themselves. They're not as they're not as subpar looking as this guy. I think they're just creating this fictitious example just to show that you can't just lead with your wallet. All right, so let's continue.
I not go date with someone I don't like.
Okay, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. And what about, this is Chris.
Yeah.
I'll get to
I
this
know
in a
him.
second.
This is my boyfriend.
But Chris has got no money. But Chris wants to come to Thailand, and he wants to live in Thailand for
In real life, it's the reverse. Chris has all the money, and he looks that good. And the other guy's got no money, and he looks like that.
for
Yeah,
1 year.
yeah.
But he wants to stay with you, but he has no money. Will you look after Chris?
I not have money to look after him, sorry, sir. But I would like to walk with him because he look very good. So I want to make my friend jealous only. The reason, just only.
So you just take him to make your friend jealous?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So
See how women treat men like an accessory. I am telling you guys, when they get around and have their little girl powwow, they just talk about who's got the best man, who's simping the hardest, who's shelling out the most out of their wallet, who's the...
Right. So, yeah, Bo is hitting the nail on the head here. Again, they're showing like the straw man, the hot dude, the young dude, the rugged dude, the highly attractive individual. And I think she mentioned that like he's actually her boyfriend in real life. So it was interesting that they doubled up the person she actually knows with like this fictitious example. Yeah, they're just showing the other extreme. So I think that, all in all, I wanted to make this video because while I like the commentary, I'm not going to watch the rest of it. It's just going to kind of speak to the same idea. Bo's going to mention that, don't lead with your wallet, improve yourself, hit the gym, do all this stuff. And I completely agree. The more you do, the better off you'll be. But I think I want to kind of fall in the middle here a little bit. That you don't need to look like the person that you're seeing right now. You don't want to look like the other person, but you don't have to go anywhere near the extreme of looking like this person. You should want to take care of yourself, dress well, have decent hygiene. But you don't need the 6'6", 6-pack, 6 foot, 6 figures to succeed in even Thailand. Like I said, even if though they're not as traditional in Thailand, you don't need that. You don't need to meet all those criteria to succeed there. If you're average looking and average height, you should do fine there. Don't go your baseball cap on backwards and you're rugged, what I got on now, don't wear that, out to the clubs or bar or wherever you're going. Wear a collared shirt, wear something. I often dress in collared shirts. Some other commentary, I'm just dressed a little casual tonight because I'm at home. But dress in something appropriate for the venue, and you're meeting women. Wear cologne, do something for yourself that makes you appealing to the woman. You don't have to look exotic like this man. You don't have to look like Chad, but you should look like someone worth knowing. I think the most important thing, those average looks and good hygiene and being well dressed gets your foot in the door. What I think gets you through the doorway is your ability to communicate, your emotional intelligence, all that. Bo doesn't mention that. See, that's something that I will disagree with him on. He'll go on this sort of alpha red pill shtick. And again, I do agree with many of the tenets, but I think with the red pillars, they get kind of into the Kool-Aid zone, is that they think that like emotional intelligence is gay, and they consider it, they call it game, but really all game is your ability to communicate effectively, to appear warm, but still have that masculine dominance to you. You know, you kind of toe that line between not being an ass and not being a simp. You're kind of in the middle, and you're towing the line well. You have confidence, you have swag, you know, you have that swagger. That's really, I think, what it comes down to in the end. Be careful about some of these podcasts where they look at these extremes to kind of get you to be on an endless cycle of self-improvement. Yes, the process of self-improving is a lifetime goal. It's something you never end. You know, a lot of it's mostly geared towards the wealth, because your beauty will fade over time. Your physical appearance will dissipate over time, most likely. But your emotional intelligence will always be there. If you have a solid mindset, that's really where you need to be with this.